To the cloud.
I'm recording it. We're good.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Hui Aloha Aila monthly team call. My name is Jordan Kamara, founder of Hui Aloha Aila. And happy August. Happy middle of the month, August. We're so excited that you guys are all here. For me, the more the merrier. So I always love to invite our beautiful cross-line mamas and all of their amazing people. And so it's just kind of how we flow here. And I'm just so happy that you guys even want to come to something like this. But every month we've been featuring a new leader that I'm not only in love with, but has totally just shined in their own leadership, in their own business. And this month we asked Kaleinohea, Cleghorn of Aila Oils, the Aila Mama, to be our guest speaker. And so I'm just so honored that you're here, Kay, and that you're able to just to shine a light on everything that you do. And we're so grateful that you're going to be able to talk to us. But before we go into Kay, we want to just the people that are on our team. This is our first team call of the month. If you've been with us on our Wednesdays, we've gone over all the little products of the month and everything. But we're just going to recap real quick, just so everyone is on the same page. And I do have a couple rank advancements that I want to shout out and celebrate with everybody here. So let me get to sharing my screen really quick. Oh, I can't because I'm not the host. It's okay. You know what? I'm just gonna talk. It's fine. So if you guys don't know, we're the 14th of the month. So normally we try and do this call in the beginning of the month, but I did not have my stuff together. We were actually in Hilo. We were there for what seemed like a really long time, and we came home and I was just like, oh, okay, it's August. I need to get back into my business. So if you guys haven't heard, we have some really great promos this month in doTERRA. Those being, tomorrow is going to be the last day that you'll get our free product of the month, which is the caraway oil. And I haven't tried this oil yet. It's actually another month of doTERRA giving us an oil that we can't purchase normally on wholesale, which is really cool because it just, incentivizes getting the product of the month. But maybe, Lynn, have you gotten your caraway yet? No? Not yet?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. Kaleinohea, have you gotten yours yet? Okay, who wants to share about caraway? I'm just going to call it out right now. Okay, have you gotten yours yet?
Actually, thanks for the reminder to place my order.
There we go. Okay. I know Ashley got hers already. Ash, do you love caraway? You know what? We're all honest here, okay? Some oils are for some people and some aren't. But it is some fun facts about caraway here. Let me just read them really quick. So after harvesting caraway seeds, they have to dry in the sun and they're distilled for about 10 hours to become the essential oil. There are a lot of published studies about the benefits of caraway, which include a lot of like soothing, uplifting, and cleansing properties. Caraway also works really well with oils like cardamom, coriander, spearmint, sweet fennel, and our favorite peppermint. So if anyone wants to write in the chat how caraway is, that would be great. And then you guys should know too that we have some amazing back to school oils that are on special this month. So Intune and Thinker, which are both our focus blends. So the Keiki focus blend is Thinker, and then I would say like the Makua focus blend would be in tune. It's really strong. It's really awesome. Those are on sale. And then Motivate is our encouraging blend. Motivate's like my favorite. I've been known to just take that guy and rub it all over my face. It's just so refreshing, and it really goes by the name Motivate because it kind of like kicks you into gear. So those are the specials that we have this month. I want to move into our rank advancements. So please cheer them on with me. These are rank advancements that have happened within the last 2 months. So we have 2 new directors, Anne-Marie Torres, who is on this call, I think so. Yay, Anne-Marie, and Kapua de Reines. Kapua, you guys are so awesome. We have 3 new executives, Auntie Malia Kahale, Roxy Morales, and Auntie Francine Wong. Yay! We have a new elite, Pua Baker. Mama Pua is on here. And then Hui Aloha Aila's brand new premiere, Kawaile Hua. I am so freaking proud of you. You are she really has stepped up into her leadership these past couple of months, especially with everything hitting with COVID, you know, kind of keeping us distant. She and her group of beautiful women have just totally inspired me. They like hold me accountable, and I'm just so happy that we're able to work with you guys, Kawai, and I just see a huge, you know, beautiful, sparkling future for you and your business. So mahalo for being here. Hui Aloha Aila also grew by like 38 members last month, and I really owe it to my team with how much momentum we have in this business right now. You know, where we are a platinum team, and we are definitely moving forward. When we first kind of started up these calls again, I felt really stagnant in my business. And I mean, you know, that it is what it is. And I'm so excited for Kay to talk about this, because she like is so much more eloquent than I am. But that's just part of the business. You know, that's just part of what we do, is we have to reevaluate where we are in our lives. We definitely have to balance out the things that are most important to us. And when everything started happening, you know, I can totally say that I put my business on the side. And for me, it was kind of a failure on my part, because I was really hard on myself. I'm actually really critical of my success, but I had to dig deeper and realize that all of the time that I was able to put towards my family, I was able to put towards my friends, towards my relationships, towards my well-being, that was all just worth it in the end. And we're exactly where we need to be. We're showing up, and I'm just so excited to just be here and be able to talk to people like you. So without further ado, I would love to introduce our guest speaker this month. So Kaleinohea and we totally met with doTERRA. We we met, oh my God, how many years has it been? I don't even know. If you folks are with us in like the early days, Noelle, Kaleinohea, and I did a little thing called Top Rankin'. There was an 8-week program that we were just like silvers, I think. Maybe we were premiers. I don't even remember. We're you know, brand new ranks, and we were just like, oh, we actually really vibe and get along, and maybe we can kind of, you know, throw our talents and strengths at something and see what it does. And we did an 8-week program. It was totally like flying off just whatever we had, and sometimes we skipped a week because we needed a rest, and it was okay. And we did a lot of like tapping, which I need to get back into, by the way. I found all our old videos, and it's just so awesome. And we created a curriculum for it, like word for word. We sat on a Zoom call or in person, and it was the deepest work I've done in this business. And I think it really like catapulted us to our next phase in doTERRA, which was, you know, becoming and stepping into my leadership and actually like being accounted for. And And yeah, I really owe it to Noelle and Kaleinohea for taking us to that next level. So Kay just hit a beautiful organic this rank of platinum. And for all of you who have been platinum or are trying to achieve platinum, it is not freaking easy. It is so much work. It is so much time, you know, from building to silver to gold, and then from gold to platinum. Like, those jumps are huge. And I know on my journey it was a lot. It was a lot, and it was a lot of, you know, working with people and nurturing relationships. And so we asked Kay to talk tonight because I feel like her view on how to lead and how to do doTERRA in, you know, your own light, in your own glory. She really has a special, unique take on it, and everyone can benefit by listening to what this mama has to say. So, Kay, will you just come?
You're so cute, Jill. Oh my gosh. I mean, thank you for having me, truly. It really is an honor. You know, I posted on my Instagram today, like, your flyer, I like put it on in my squares, and I was like, you know what, I want to celebrate this moment, like just being asked to share like what my story was. I'm really grateful. So thank you, Joe. I've talked it through a few times and written down some things. But you know, I barely looked at the questions you sent me, and I'm really just like showing up in the moment, and I'm excited to see what comes through. So, I mean, and feel free to ask me questions along the way. Like, I'm really a moment by moment person, like, and I love like co-creation. Like, direct me in a certain way. Like, if you want to know something, like, I'm absolutely an open book. And yeah, I mean, I will start out saying like where I've been in my business. You know, I like Joe, we kind of went down like memory lane there with like kind of like how we started like really gaining traction as leaders ourselves, right? Was like together, you know, like leaning on each other, like, okay, how do we do this leadership thing? You know, I started this business just on shaky ground in my own body, you know, really ungrounded, really looking outside for someone else to tell me what to do. You know, my mentor at the time was really good at that. And that took me to a certain level. And then I completely fell apart for like 2 or 3 years. You know, I really had an extremely dark phase of my business. Even like the presidential diamond, Brianne Hovey, last convention, she was like, "Are you sure doTERRA's for you? Like, maybe it's not. Like, what about that? Like, try that on." And I'm like, "What? Excuse me? Like, I've committed to this?" Like, I was kind of offended by the question. But that question was actually one of the most powerful questions that I was ever asked, because it got me to really clearly and fully define why it is that I'm doing this, you know, and it allowed me to step further into me. You know, some of you guys know my story, and yeah, I mean, I was a silver for maybe 3 years. I hit gold back like last February for the first time. And then my team completely fell apart. I started choosing my family before my business. Whereas as I first started this business, I always felt pressure. I never felt enough. Like, and when I say that, I'm not even kidding you. Like, every single day of my life, I never felt like I was doing enough. It was always this like pressure of my to-do list. Like you're not supporting your team. You're not contacting them. You're not, you know, reaching out. You're not doing your names list. Like, it was just this constant internal dialogue of you're not enough. And then my leaders started saying that too, of like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And there was like all of this expectation, and I froze. Like for literally 2 years, you guys, I froze. And, you know, Joe has been actually inviting me to this call for months, like to hear Liza's story and Ashley's story. And I couldn't even show up because I didn't feel like I didn't have my own grounding. Like I felt lost, and like I didn't know what my direction was, because I was like, my whole life was this conditioning to respond to the expectations of others. And so what this business did was it allowed me to like face that. You know, I have had maybe 3 or 4 builders, you know, what is the word I want to use? You know, we're not in contact anymore because they wanted a certain thing from me that was, you know, they had an expectation of how they wanted me to show up. They had a certain idea of what leadership looked like, and they wanted me to fit that mold. And I tried. I really did. Like I tried for years, and it actually took me farther and farther away from myself. And so finally there was like a breaking, you know, where they went on their own way, and I started figuring out what my way was. And yeah, so that was a shift in itself. And it's just been this slow, like, reclamation of Aila, of like, okay, nobody's telling me what to do. I don't even have to do this business. So why am I doing this business? You know? And, you know, one of my qualifiers, Marisa, she's one of my dear friends, and she has been in this journey with me through all of it. And I mean, she was doing this business with me for 4 years before she even hit elite. Okay, like just to give you an idea of where we were at as a team, like duplication is really real. And like what the space that I was holding as a leader, it was crippling her as a downline, you know, because I wasn't taking action. I wasn't believing in myself. I was super stagnant and lost. And during that time, like, it wasn't until I took the pressure off of myself to go like, all right, it's all right for me to be freaking lost. It's all right for me to not know. It's all right for me to not even do this business. Like, and I just like let myself go there. And 5 months ago, I don't even know, in February, Marisa hit elite and then premier in the same month. And so we went in gold as a team. Again, right? Like we hit again. And what I really want to celebrate is that shift within me, right? When I went from feeling lost to like, you know what, I'm just gonna do what feels good to me. She went premier and maintained premier for the last 5 months. And that to me is like the biggest thing I could ever celebrate, like sustainability of rank. So we've been gold. Like our team has been a solid gold team for the last 5 or 6 months. And whoa. And so then last month, yeah, holy moly. It's crazy. I love you guys. This is so fun reading the comments. Thank you for just kind of holding space for me. I'm like kind of sweating. Like, am I even making sense? Okay. So then last month, I called Marisa halfway through the month and I was like, yo, BOGOs are here. Like, what do you think about going for silver? Like, let's just hold space for it. Because, you know, so much of this business, I have felt pressure every fucking day. I'm going to swear. I like to swear, and just peace and love to like anyone who's offended. I love you. I felt pressure every fucking day in this business. And so slowly and slowly, I've been taking that off and finding, right, like Liza just said, flow, like finding my flow and really trusting that every moment of my day is in support of my highest good, of everyone who I'm connected with on my doTERRA team. Trusting that when I'm taking care of my family, I'm nourishing my team. When I'm taking care of myself, I'm nourishing my team. And that perspective that is what has transformed my business. You know, I have gone from complete masculine style leadership where it's pressure, it's push, it's think it through, figure it out, to literally last month. So I'm going to get into the kind of some of the details of last month. You know, but to finish up that story with the masculine style leadership moving into feminine leadership, you know, I just believed that it was possible. Literally, that's all I freaking did. And yeah, please unmute yourself and like interrupt me if you like want to direct me in a certain way. I'm an open book and like I'm here for it. What was I saying? So the feminine approach to leadership, like to business, was I'm just going to hold space. Like I told Marisa, like we're not pushing for silver, but I'm not going to not think and feel and believe that that's a potential for us. And that's what we did. And Marisa, so right, this woman was not even elite for 4 years, okay? Goes elite premier 1 month, maintains premier. And then last month, she has 2 legs and a third who is like, you know, just kind of here and there. She's not fully committed. You know, she got some stuff, right? We all come into this business with stuff, right? Like this is seriously a program for like getting out of your own way. And so Marisa found a builder 8 days before the end of last month, enrolled her. And I think it was maybe a customer upgrade. Upgraded her to her front line, and her new builder went elite in 8 days last month. I only put, I think it was maybe like 700 OV I put on that leg. Like they did that. Like Marisa and her builder worked together. Dude, I mean, an elite leg in 8 days, okay? The other thing I want to share about is Loke is on this call. So Loke is one of my qualifiers, and she is, you know, her and I have had a very like hot and cold relationship because she was there with me through my really dark times. And that was friggin' frustrating for my team because I did not know how to lead, like, you know? And so I called Loke, babe, I just trust that like, it's good to share our story because it's a beautiful story. And you know, I called Loke maybe 10 days before the end of the month, and I was like, "Hey, babe, like, how are you at? Like, what's going on for you?" And she's like, "I'm freaking over it." She's like, "I'm exhausted. Like, my job that I work 9 to 5, I gotta contact people all day long. Last thing I want to do is come home and contact people." And I'm like, "You fucking damn right. I wouldn't want to contact people either. At the end of a 9 to 5 job, we have to contact people all day." And it was beautiful. Like I just like let her go. Thanks, babe. Confirmation Nation. You know, I just wanted to hear exactly where she was at. And she was like, "I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know if I like this business anymore. Contacting sucks." Like and I was like, "Okay, like what, is there anything about this business that you do love?" And she was like, "I love being of service. Like I want to serve my customers. I want to serve my community." And she was like, "Honestly, like I don't have inspiration anymore." And I was like, "Great, like thank you." I was in so much celebration of her sharing where she was at, and just like honoring her truth, right? And you know, I had this idea like, oh, maybe we can go for platinum, but I'm not gonna push. And so I told Loki, I was like, "Okay, like I see where you're at. Like, how do you feel if like we hold space for you to go to silver?" And I said, "I'm not asking you to contact people. Like, I'm just asking for you to be open to that." And she was like, "Yeah, I'm open to it." I'm like, "Cool, let's see what happens." And so it was BOGO week, right? And then like the whole time, all I was doing was holding the space. and really just believing. I'm like, I have no freaking idea how this is gonna happen. Like Loke, I think her third leg was at like 179 PV, like 10 days to the end of the month. And I'm like, you know what? Like it's just gonna happen. Like I have no idea how, but it's just gonna happen. And I really, like at the end of the month, last month, I really danced, and I really, I danced with my old self of like, where the fuck is this PV gonna come from? Like seriously, where is it coming from? You know, and I would like go down this like stress route, and then I would like witness that, stop, and just like surrender. Like I remember jumping on a call with Noelle a few days before the end of the month where I was like, okay, I'm stressed, I feel pressure, and I'm not doing it this way. I think I even told Loki, I'm like, I will not get to platinum fucking stressed. Like, hell no. Like, I'd rather just be gold again and like not do the pressure thing. Like, that's how committed I was to like not doing that. And so, fuck, it's like hard to find the words for it because it literally is like, I swear, it's like magic. Like, I remember waking up one morning and I was like, all right. And honestly, I did pule. I was like, you know what? Like, I know that people are praying for solutions. Like, please show me, like, guide me to those people who need this. Like, and so rather than like coming from this place of like scarcity, like, where the fuck is this like thousands of OV gonna come from? It was like, please let me be of service. And that day was maybe like the third, or it was maybe the day before the Melissa Bogo. I pulled in like 1,400 OV that day, like on my own through personal enrollments. And then the next day I was like down in the dumps, and I was like, fuck, I couldn't like get back into that flow. It was like my energy just like wasn't in it. And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just stop, and I'm gonna like be with my kids, and I'm gonna like clean my kitchen, and you know, I'm gonna like do the flow thing. Whereas in the past, it was like, if I didn't know where this volume was coming from, I was like reeked of stress and pressure. And then literally the next day I woke up and I think I brought in like another 1,600 OV. And I want to share this with you guys to show you and like share with you my story and like what is possible, because like I shared with you, right? Like 2 years of like maybe 0 enrollments, like for real. Last month, I got 16 personal enrollments and I brought in over 5,000 OV on my own, like just me. Like I built a freaking premier leg in OV on my own. Like in the last 2 weeks of the month, mind you, okay? Like the beginning of July, I like had a birthday and like launched a website, and I was like, doTERRA's like not even on my radar right now. And so it really was just like magic. And, you know, another thing I really want to share was, you know, I came into this business, and I am going to say I was trained in this business. Like whether my mentor at the time was consciously training me in this way, or maybe it was something subconscious that I picked up from her. But what I received as the culture of doTERRA was that you get builders on your team and they get you to rank. And so for so long, Loki and I, we had a really hot and cold relationship, because it wasn't directly, but like indirectly, I was like, all right, you're good, right? Like do the thing, like do the thing. Like, you know, like I'm going to give you all the space. Like you're just going to get yourself up through the ranks, right? Which is then going to get me up through the ranks. And so last month, and I shared this with her, I called her like, you know, maybe it was on the last day of the month. And I was like, I love you, Leah. You're like the most nourishing sleep after this. I'm just like sending that. Like I told Loki, like it was I'm so grateful. And it was such a gift to me to be able to gift her that like that elite leg, you know, and she helped me fill the other 2 legs up to 3,000. But I wanted to show her that I could do it rather than just waiting and like, come on, girl, like get yourself to silver. It was like, no, I'm going to get you to silver. Like, you've been like ride or die, hot and go, you know, touch and go for 4 years. Like, how about I be the one to get you there? And I'm not saying I did that all on my own. You know, I called her at maybe 4 p.m. on the last day of the month, and I was like, all right, babe, you're 290 away from elite, from silver. And I remember at that point, like I had been on calls like all day. It was like 4 p.m. I think I was maybe like 600 away, I think it was 700 away from platinum. And I like went for a walk, like up into the pasture, and like found this like magical rock and this like magical rainbow. And I just like sat there and I remember Loke actually called me at 4. And she said, girl, I'm just going to buy in. And I was like, no, I was like, you will not buy in. We have 4 more hours. I'm like, we can buy in at 7 if that's what we got to do. But let's just like hold the space for the next 3 hours. Like, who knows? You know, just like being open to what comes. And while I was on my walk, she texted me. She's like, I just got an enrollment for like 111. I was like, oh my God, no way. And then I like get up into the pasture and she like texts me something else and she's like, I just filled it. I was like, no way. And yes, Loke has always worked so hard. Busy Bee essential oils is her thing, and it like her graphics are the cutest. I'm sorry, Joe. They're the freaking cutest. Noelle, I always admired her and her work presence. What a beautiful relationship to support each other. Yes, and I really hope that I'm doing a good job in illustrating that. You know, thank you, Noelle, for sharing that, because absolutely, I have so much respect for Loke, for Marisa, for Mamo. You know, all of the women who, those are my three qualifiers, my 3 silvers. And I truly, truly, truly could not have done it without them. Every single one of them is like a complete different force of nature. And, you know, one thing that Loke has always said is that sustainability and joy, like that's like so important to her. And I feel like I've allowed that, like those values of hers to inspire me. And I'm like, all right, that's what's important to you. So that's what I want to model. And I feel like we did that. I feel like we're doing that. You know, the other thing I want to share is that was really transformative for me was to feel at the end of the month, not, I wasn't depleted. Like I was actually fueled by the way that I showed up in my business. And that to me was the greatest gift, you know, to just experience and transform for myself and also for my team. Like I'm talking a lot about myself because I have a lot of personal growth wrapped in this rank. And I'm in no way saying that I did this on my own. Hell no. Like it really does, you know, take a supportive community. And I completely lost my train of thought.
That was, I mean, you ended that sentence with a supportive community. That was the perfect ending to that. Holy well, I mean, I have questions, but I feel like you answered all of them within this amazing story. I mean, there are other ones, obviously, like the oil stuff, but that was so epically insane, okay? Like in the best way possible. Holy moly. And I'm so stoked that Marisa and Loki are on this call. Guys!
Seriously.
Guys, Aila oils.
It's
Coming
been
up
a journey into the darkness and back.
and back out. Um,
Oh, I love you, Loki.
there was a good question
Noelle
on,
said I want to hear more about you. What the heck?
yeah, let's hear more about you. What are your strengths, Kay?
Oh, I'm empathy, connection, restoration. It's like all about like heart space, spirit space, trusting in the goddess, you know, energy work.
Empathy.
Marisa. Yeah.
Brittany had a great question. What did you do to help start taking the pressure off yourself in your business?
That's a good question. Honestly, it's a lot of little things. It was, like I can tell you the first time I ever made a decision that put my family over my business. That was 2 years ago, 2018, July, BOGO week of 2018. Kaleinohea, my husband, was asked to run a summer camp down in YPO during the week of BOGOs. And I said, yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to hold space for my team to get through BOGOs on their own. They got this. I don't have a big rank. Like, I need to choose my family. And I remember coming up out of the valley. Everybody was so pissed at me. Like, I had qualifiers and builders like so mad that I wasn't there for them. And I internalized that, and I felt like I was being bad, but it was very clear to me in that moment, like, wait, what the fuck? Like, my family does come first. And so that was like kind of the first turning point for me of like, wait. Like, I cannot just be this responsive person to whatever the hell you want of me. Like, I actually need to start like consciously creating my life. And it's been a slow process, honestly, since then, of, just really diving in and questioning, like when I'm triggered by somebody, like, why? And really just doing that like internal excavation. Noelle is one of the pillars in my life who asks me questions. I'll call her and I'm like, yo, I just need your questions. Like, ask me stuff so that I can like get there. Yeah. So it's just been a slow practice. I think it is really just building the practice of choosing myself and knowing that when I am nurturing myself, I'm nurturing everything around me, my kids, my family, my business, in that order. And really just trusting that like every single breath that I take in nourishment in my body, and trusting that I'm in the right moment always, has allowed me to move to recreate a healthy relationship with my business, where I'm showing up to serve instead of I'm showing up because I got to be here and I don't even really know why. Yeah, y'all have the best mentor ever. Okay. What are you guys? I know oils. Boom. Like, for real. Hi. Noelle mentored Ashley Kemma to Blue Diamond. That's a big freaking deal. That's a big deal. Like, I don't know anyone else on our entire upline team that has mentored a downline to Blue Diamond. I'm just saying. I'm not like, that's just a big deal. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay.
I love it. We can talk about Noelle all day. We're gonna have a how to ask questions call with Noelle.
Well, and it's like our ability to witness ourselves.
Totally.
You know?
Totally.
Mm.
Okay, some other questions.
Okay.
How do you personally like goal set and stay in the flow?
I hate the word goal. I do. It triggers me. I'm like, what? No, and also like on one of our calls, like Noelle and I like came to this place of like, rather than what is your goal, what is your desire? And I like that because it feels empowering. It even feels like sensual and like pleasurable. Like, what am I like wanting? What am I craving? What am I desiring? And that it goes outside of rank goal. Like, you know, last month really being able to like wholeheartedly say, like, I don't even care about platinum. Like, all I care about is how I'm showing up in my business, because I want this business to fuel me, and I want my business to fuel the change, right? Like, just to like give a little global perspective here, right? Like, we are in the greatest shift of consciousness, of, you know, of being on this planet, right? Like, and so many ancient cultures have talked about this time, right? There's prophecy where we're moving out of the masculine and into the feminine, right? The divine feminine. And what does that look like? And it has been such a joy to explore what that looks and feels like. And a lot of that exploration has come from conversations with me and with Marisa and I. You know, we're really drawn to women's work, to what does it look like to run like a feminine led business, where it's not just this like intellectualizing of like crunching numbers. Like, I am not a numbers girl. Holy shit, I am not a numbers girl. And so just, you know, and I remember like Marisa and I was amazing on the last day of the month when I was walking up to the pasture. I called her and we were just like on cloud nine that like this was happening. And she was like, you know what's crazy is like, yeah, silver's cool, but like what I have done to get to silver is worth way more to me than any paycheck, than any rank, than any like accolades from the community. And that, like, hearing those words like come out of her mouth was such a confirmation, you know, and something to really celebrate, that like it's so much more than a business, than community building, than essential oils. Yes, it's absolutely all of those things, but the foundation of it is me, you know, is you. And you know, I will share too, like Noelle is like, well, tell us more about you. Yeah, I'm like a super 7, like in numerology, 7 is like the spiritual seeker. Like, I gotta see like the spiritual purpose in everything. And so this is, and I wanted to start off by saying that like, this is really just one perspective. And this is my story. This is how I got here. And it's gonna look absolutely different for every single one of us, right? Because Joe started asking me like, what are your strengths? Like, I have a completely sovereign makeup that's completely different from you. And you know, I did see that Ashley wrote in the comments like, where did the pressure come from? And it was this pressure to be like everybody else, truly. And I have that wounding from middle school, from high school, from college, from this business, from all of it, from lifetimes ago. You know, I have done work into, you know, the witch wound, right? Like the witch hunts that happened back in Europe. 13 million women were killed. And these women were not just, you know, they were outed by other women. So like, we have like in our DNA, we have this like sister wound where it's like not safe to trust other women. Like, if you show like too much of who you are, you're gonna get burned at the fucking stake. You know, like that was real on this planet. You know, and that like we carry that. And so to be alive in 2020 now, where we have this opportunity to build a network marketing business with like all of these beautiful other women, and most of us are cross-line. And how freaking beautiful is that? It's like obliterating competition. You know, I came into this business, and one thing I will say that was, I was trained with competition as a tool for motivation. And I'm not saying, I'm not talking down about anybody, but I just want to look at what it is. Like, that was what my experience was. And I had to really undo that. And so to show up tonight with like all of you, you know, and to really not even feel competition is huge. Like, I look at every single one of us, and like, we're all so beautiful, like in our individuality. Like, that's what makes us beautiful. And like, I mean, Ashley Kemma, like, you used to trigger the shit out of me, woman. You used to trigger me. You are like so beautiful. And like, what the fuck, you're Blue Diamond? Like, and you started like 2 years after I started. Like, what? But I've like come home to like really trust in my own skin and in my own story, and just have gratitude for all of it. And so now I can sit here and say, Ashley Kim, I fucking love you. Like, you're badass. And like mean that with like everything, you know, mean that with my whole heart. And, you know, we're also all building businesses in Hawaii, which is like a small community or like whatever. And it's like, you can either keep that perspective, or you can think that like there's a whole million people like waiting for you to like get over yourself and like shine unapologetically. Okay, I'm stumbling over my words now. What's your next question, Joe?
Oh. So good. So good. Does anyone have any other questions for KK? You just started just hitting them all on the. I don't know how many times I cried tonight. It's been a few.
I love you.
Well, okay, we're getting to the 9 o'clock, but I just wanna, maybe anything else that you would have to share of like oil protocols that you love that kind of get you out of your funk. You know, like whenever I think of like someone that has protocols and like regimens, you are just so good at it of what you do, but also being very intuitive with it.
Well, I mean, honestly, like that's the biggest shift for me, like in business and in lifestyle and in like my surviving into thriving, like learning how to thrive, like exploring what that means for me, is trusting myself, is trusting my intuition, is like, fuck the book, like fuck trying to like think it through. And I'm like coming back into my body and like learning how to listen again. And, you know, like I said, my background is in like, I'm a spiritual seeker, and I'm like connection, empathy, like all in the heart space. Like I'm all in that like goddess ethereal realm. And so I don't even know where I was going with that. Poof. But like fucking just trusting, like knowing that like even in the moment, like if I don't know like what I'm talking about, that like that's okay. And that like it's safe for me to take up space. And so I do want to get back to answering your question. And my point with sharing all of that was that, you know, my use of the oils I've had to is a reflection of where I've come in business. You know, they've gone hand in hand, from like thinking that there's an authority outside of me who knows better that I need to listen to and follow. And instead like turning those like tendrils that are searching like back inside and like trusting that I know what's best for me. And so, you know, I like to call my oils my like intuition's playground, you know, and just like like what's there, you know, like even like, okay, what's the first oil I look at like on my shelf, you know, or like, oh, like my son brought me this oil, this is probably exactly what I need right now, you know, and just playing with it is really fun. So, and honestly, I take so much, I'm so inspired by Desiree Mangendog. Like, talk about like goddess, like know all the things, Chinese medicine, light worker woman of the world. She's incredible. And her protocols have changed my life. Bliss Pop is one of my favorite protocols ever. And even just pettigrain around your pico. Like when you gotta like power through and like do some big girl panty things, pettigrain over the pico is like the bomb. I shared recently was the Shake It Off protocol. I'm pointing at Loki. I'm sorry for pointing. Because you were like, I gotta get over my shit. Like, what can I do? And I'm like, oh my God, this protocol. It's a drop of lemongrass. Oh my God, wait, we have the baby on the big screen. This is the best thing ever. Why? Yeah.
I forgot I was the host. I was taking a video of him. I'm sorry, I forgot I was the host.
Oh my God. That is hilarious. What the heck was I even saying? I don't even know. That baby is the cutest thing ever.
Pettigrain on your pico.
Pettigrain on the pico. Oh, shake it off. Lemongrass on the po'o. Melaleuca on the heart. And frankincense on the third eye is a good one. Dude, honestly though, a drop of Melissa under the tongue is all you need. That's all you need. Like, get the heck out of your own way, and like, that's the one. I'm doing a Melissa illumination starting on the new moon this month. It's open to everybody. And
We're
it's
all doing it.
What?
We're doing it together.
We're doing it together.
Yeah, we're doing it together. That's what I was gonna ask you. Can you plug the Melissa illumination? Ready, set, go.
No, yeah, it's 10 days of we're just gonna like do Melissa every day for 10 days and like see what happens. Cause Melissa, like, I mean, oils change lives, but like Melissa takes you to the next level. Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I want to read Ashley's comment. Oh my God, that is truth, Kaleinohea. You're so cute. I appreciate that honesty. Competition is nuts. I've felt it too. I've done the internal work too, and love and supporting each other is so beautiful. Absolutely. And brah, the internal work never ends. There's always another layer. And it's like
So many.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole rabbit hole. I could like go in 20 minutes.
That's on our second call. If you want to join us at 3:33 a.m., we're gonna be digging into the rabbit hole with Kay. Okay, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for jumping on with us. Everyone, I think I can speak for everyone in saying that you've totally shifted just beliefs and mindsets here, and we're just so grateful that we have someone like you to look towards and look to as a cross-line relationship. And I just cuckoo everything you say about definitely building your cross lines. Like, that is the support that you need. You know, that's the competition. It can only get you so far. Once you can kind of smash that and just love with your whole heart and just support with your whole heart and just show up for the women in your life and support them where they're at, like, that is when everything happens. That's when all of the magic happens. So mahalo nui for being on here, everyone. Thank you guys for bringing your huis, and yeah, thanks. Till next month.
These
Mahalo,
comments,
Kay.
you guys are so beautiful.
Mahalo. Have a
Thank you,
great
Kay.
week, guys. Weekend.
Bye. Do I just cancel or?
Maybe stop recording.
Oh, stop recording.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Where's the baby?
Where's the
Yeah,
baby?
give us the baby again. Come on,
I'm
I
gonna
need
put the
it.
baby on spotlight. Baby on spotlight.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks,
wait.
Cece. I love you, babe.
Woohoo! Koa Ikea. Koa Ikea. Oh! Look like Eve.
Oh my
Who
gosh.
is he?
He
Who
just
is
dove at-
he?
Just dove and hit his head on the
It's okay. Koa Ikea. Koa Ikea.
Look at this cool shirt.
Oh, cute.
So
Hi,
cute.
Gigi.
He looks like
Oh,
Kevin.
Jeej. Oh, Jeej.
Now that he's a little chubbier, he really looks like Kevin.
Yeah, like see it in his eyes.
I know.
His eyes.
Eee.
Oh, you get scared.
Oh, Gigi. Hi, Gigi. Miss you too.
Oh, Gigi. Where's Gigi? Gigi. Gigi girl.
I'm really excited about Melissa challenge.
Oh my God. Gonna cheer.
When did it?
Hey, Britt.
When did it
I'm
start?
so glad you made it, Brittany.
We're gonna do a
Sweet dreams.
dreams.
Hi, Anne-Marie.
Thank you, Brittany. Thank you for asking questions. I love it.
Brittany's awesome. Love you, Ash, always.
Bye, Ash.
Love you,
Bye,
Ash.
Gingers. Bye, Gigi.
Love
Bye,
you too.
Liza. Love you, Liza.
Love
Love
you,
you, Liza.
Liza.
Have fun at your slumber party.
Oh my
Invite
God.
me next
I have a
time.
story right now.
Oh, look at that unicorn.
It's
Wait,
death
wait,
by
I wanna see.
unicorn over here. Oh, this is like
know.
nothing. This is nothing.
Wait, you
Oh, there are
deserve
so many unicorns.
you deserve the spotlight.
Here, this is the unicorn right
Happy birthday!
Happy
here.
birthday.
The birthday unicorn right there.
birthday.
Look at your onesie. Put your hood on,
Say
babe.
hi.
Put your hood on.
Put your hood on. Aunties want to see you with your hood on.
Let me see. Oh, the transformation. Whoa. I look so hot for that.
You're in a hotel.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, I have a.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Tatum is on it. It's her birthday. She's on it. It's still her birthday.
Oh my God, I can't even. I don't even know where that came from.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I have a tribe of unicorns over here.
Thank you,
Oh, have the
unicorn.
onesie.
Hi, unicorn.
Okay, we gotta
All
go.
right.
'cause it's
We love
off the
you.
rip. Mwah, love you
Oh my
guys.
God, love
Bye.
you.
Hi, guys.
All right.
Hi,
Good
Liz.
job, guys. Good job, Kay.
Oh, man. Thanks, Kay. Liz, you're still recording.
Oh, shoot.